to episode 8 of the Lands of Alaire. We have just entered Loreline, the missionary's house, under suspicion that she is tied in with the Midnight Court and is the source of the corruption in the local temple of Pelor. And you guys make your way on in. Loreline, with a nearly taunting gesture, please look around. Very, what would the word be? Uncaring, aloof.
Nonchalant?
Yeah, nonchalant as she gestures you on through.
That's Loreline there?
Yes, up at the top.
Cool.
She gestures you on in. You enter this foyer. Pretty nice area.
Yeah, I think I'm all up in it. This is a real question.
I was just moving you guys in.
I know, it's just funny. It's just like...
Fine then, I will.
It's dummy choice.
Leander definitely goes, sure is a nice house for a missionary.
Oh, I lived a good life before the temple. I had a good husband.
What happened to your husband?
That's none of your concern.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense as I walk through the house.
Okay.
Her husband was great. Great man. And nothing ever happened.
Nothing seemingly showing up on this street level area.
Right.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Her ring is definitely magical.
I think I know the school too. Maybe I might be wrong, but
It would be enchantment, I think.
right.
It's not gonna cast Fireball or something.
Yeah.
So I suppose we take a look around.
So you make your way into the next room, just
Yeah.
glancing about.
Yeah, Erlon's all unceremoniously just
Shifting through
moving
stuff.
Probably knocks a couple trays down on accident.
We just roughing this woman up.
Just on purpose.
On accident, Bailey. On accident.
So Erlon, you make your way over to the dinner table, where a chicken dinner has been set about.
Preparing dinner for anyone?
Well, for myself, yes.
Does it seem like a dinner for just dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
What of it?
It just seems strange. Didn't you say you were about to head out?
I did intend to go on a missionary run soon, yes. This time, hopefully, to the south instead of the river's end.
What business do you have there?
I'm just trying to gain more acolytes and spread the word of the Lord of Light.
I think Leander kind of turns around, continues searching, and kind of says, "Doesn't the Midnight Court have more presence in the south?"
Yes.
At least in Farrenwell, right?
Oh, definitely, yes. That's where they originate, no doubt.
To be fair, Leander, everything is south from here.
I think that's his point.
True.
Down here appears to be it looks like a bedroom, but it's more of an office.
Right.
Potentially also a guest bedroom.
I'd like to look through her papers.
Okay. Throw me an investigation check.
That's what I thought. 19.
Okay. Yeah, as normal, there's a tome of Pelor, there's the chicken dinner, and then you find a personal notebook. It seems to have a small latch lock on it.
I'd like to cast Knock.
It unlatches. Loreline is busy with Erlon and Melee, especially Erlon, who knocked a tray of biscuits and stuff over. She's like, "What are you doing? Can you pick those up for me, please?"
I'm clearly causing a distraction.
Yeah. And within...
Yeah, it does ring out a loud knock, too, so...
so you hear that, Erlon, and you just knock more
Nice.
The notebook on the first internal page says, "The Saved," and it depicts travel to River's End as a missionary for Loten. It lists seasons, and so the seasons go Everfrost, and then underneath Everfrost, names. Devram, Ernest, Clyel, Renly, and then the Resurrection. Both of these being winter, spring for Sarengar, at least in some cultures. And Falak, Rien, Norton, Arak. Just names, lists of names.
I think Leander's probably not paying much attention. He probably heard the knock and glanced over, but he's doing a much more heavy-handed search.
Sure.
But I think Gilroy probably found what.
Yeah, that's the extent. The rest of it looks as normal. A lot of notes on sermons and missionary words and all that kind of stuff. But that in particular, you're like,
Can I use religion to my knowledge of religion to see if it's something of Pelor?
sure.
A 10.
Well,
Leander, what do you make of this?
this is 23. To both of you, it's suspicious. It's a list of names underneath seasons, but she's a missionary, and it says the saved, so perhaps it's people that she brought in.
Do you want to see what she has to think about it?
I suppose so, yeah. Although...
There's also another room over there to the right.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should...
Hold on to it for a second.
Yes.
And as you guys emerge from that kind of personal office room and make your way back into the dinner room, you see Erlon is actively picking up a tray of food and spices and whatnot, and Loreline is berating him as he's taking care of it.
What's in here?
No, in this space
Yeah.
that you're currently in? Or
No, the
other
next
one? That's my wine room.
Mind if we take a look?
Oh, be my guest.
And are these stairs? Are they stairs to our left here?
Yes, but they go up into an attic.
Oh.
It's a attic, or whatever, a trapdoor.
Right.
But Leander, you go on over here, and Gilroy, your detect magic, detect some illusion magic in the corner over there.
Which corner? Can you ping it?
Right up here.
There's something about this corner.
There's nothing to be concerned with.
I didn't realize you were there.
No,
We
of
all
course
followed
not.
you in.
Point it out, Gilroy.
All right.
I'll go over
You
to
walk on over on top of it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just kind of standing in the room, like arms crossed.
As you make your way over, suddenly the cold stone floor that you've been walking on top of, taps like wood, like it's hard wood that you're walking on top of. And as you kick your feet about, this dust kind of moves around, which reveals that there's a trapdoor there. Loreline scoots her way in. What? Yes, that's the way to my basement.
We'll be having a look then?
If you must, I'm going to have to recast those illusion spells.
Why did you have it hidden?
Oh, the true Sarin about? If I needed a place to hide, it would work pretty well, right?
I'm just not...
Not buying it.
No.
So you guys walk your way on down. In through that trapdoor. Give me a second. Where's my reveal areas? Oh, there it is. Boom. In through that trapdoor, you guys find yourself going into this subterranean space. Very much so a pantry cellar of sorts. Along with Loreline, who follows down behind you. And entering down into here, you find this storage space, yes, to be filled with barrels and crates and a small well of water, and dried goods and all that. And she goes, "Is there anything more you need to take a look at down here?"
We'll be searching.
Throw your investigation checks.
21.
9.
10.
3.
Everyone begins searching about. Leander, Melee, Erlon, you guys begin looking through the crates and whatnot. Gilroy, this subterranean well of water, that's rather strange. You walk on up to it, look underneath it, and indeed, there seems to be a secret passage if you were to move some of these stones in just such a way, a crawl space that would permit you to go even further underground.
You know, Loreline, I set out here to Sarengar because I'm good at figuring out people who aren't all they seem.
Is that so, Gilroy?
Yes. And it's funny. This house just keeps revealing things are not as they seem with you, and well, unfortunately, some people have a vested interest in rooting out what's going on in this town.
Arena, who has been kind of just passively searching about with you guys. Oh, I thought I put her here. I'm gonna have to ping her over. Turns towards you, Gilroy, and goes, "Yes, it seems that way."
So, unfortunately for you, we're gonna have to keep digging.
Go right on ahead, Gilroy. She goes. Anyone gonna make a move on her or anything?
I'm definitely. If Gilroy, are you going up front or?
Looks like I'm standing. Well, I was looking at the well, I suppose. So, finalizing, tearing the things out of the way.
Sure.
Then I definitely, if Gilroy starts heading in, I kind of push her in second.
Okay, your hands pass right through her. Image flickering. She fades away.
Damn it. Leander probably throws his hands down and is like, I'm sick of this!
What
Let's go!
trickery is this?
Alright. So you guys, moving the stones, digging out some of the dirt, you managed to make the crawl space large enough to make your way into another subterranean area. And what you find is quite a grisly sight down here.
Oh my god.
You guys make your way down some stairs and find yourselves in a room filled with rotting zombies.
She's super innocent.
These guys are shambling about aimlessly. Some of them seem to be picking away at what appears to be the remains of a troll in the far right corner who's been pinned to a table and bisected to get a look at its internals. You're starting to put two and two together. This is not a cleric you're dealing with. No doubt a necromancer. The zombies turning towards you all with glowing red eyes, gnarled teeth, a couple fingers missing on their rotting hands, their skin falling to the floor, turn towards you and moaning. You're going to need to roll initiative.
Yes!
You got 22.
No, I got a 18, but that's pretty good for Leander.
The zombies actually got a 50.
Dang.
Yeah, they did pretty well.
They smelled us coming.
They did. Loreline.
6.
6 for Gilroy. It's better than your last 4. Melee?
8.
8. Leander?
17.
17. Erlon?
Natural 20, so 22.
22. And I need to roll for Arena. 12. So Erlon, you will be going first as these undead creatures who were pretty hidden in the darkness as your eyes adjusted rather quickly, as half-elvish eyes do. You found yourself to be, in this kind of claustrophobic space with a great many enemies about these shambling undead creatures with the flesh barely hanging to them.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go right to the closest one and chop it down.
Okay. Are you gonna rage or anything, or just a normal attack?
Not
first?
yet. Nope.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be a little conservative in my rages. These guys look pretty. They don't have tactics, so
Right.
No.
I'm just gonna I am gonna recklessly attack it though.
Okay.
Very, like, cocky. And that is unnatural 20.
Yes.
Min damage, but
5 damage.
It's still something. You slash into them for a good swing. Notably, they don't react like when humans get slashed into. They just turn towards you, moan, and try and grab you. Do you have an extra attack now? Or?
I do.
Yes.
Forgot about that. So yeah, I will recklessly attack again.
All right.
Yeah, that's an 18 base.
Yes.
There we go.
And yeah, so 10 damage.
10 damage, yeah. A much more significant second chop as you bring this one down between the shoulder and the neck and sink right between the clavicle. And it moans out and grasps towards you, but your greatsword kind of keeps it at bay for the moment at least, which brings it to the undead's turn.
Leander?
Or,
What did the undead get?
oh, Leander, you ended up with the 8.
It's 18.
18. Melee, you had an 8, and Gilroy, you had a 6. Somehow those got mixed up. Yes. And it's actually, Erlon had a 22.
Yeah.
Why is it so whack? Yes, it's Leander. Go ahead.
I'll run up to the one that didn't get hit yet, the closest one there,
Okay.
and I'll take my swings at it.
Go for it.
It's a hit. It's like 20-something. 23.
Against zombies? Yeah.
23. For 7 damage.
Okay.
And then, again, that's a miss. Unless a 10 hits.
No. Very close, though.
They're a bit tougher than that.
A little bit. Which brings it to the undead now, who are going to start swarming, as they do. One crawls up next to you, slowly dragging itself across the floor, its broken leg dragging behind it. Very unsettling sight as they make their way in towards the group, moaning all the while. These two are going to make it a little closer. Loreline in the background, seemingly standing on top of the summoning ritual type symbol. You're familiar with them, Gilroy. This one looks very aligned to necromancy. She's cackling away as you guys begin to engage in this fight. And so that's going to be 2 attacks against Erlon with advantage. From natural class. It's going to be 9 points of damage from that. And then, second attack. Does a 15 hit you, Erlon?
Just hits.
5 damage. It's going to be 14 in total to Erlon. As these things latch on with cold, unnatural strength and take a tear out of you. And then 3 attacks against Leander. Natural 20. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm rolling 3s and you're over here rolling
Yeah, right?
20s.
Over and over. That's going to be in max damage, so 13 damage on that. 11. I think a natural 20 is like the only thing they're going to hit you with in a
Probably.
13. So, yeah, 13 points of damage to Leander. As one of them manages to get right in between the plate. 10. Because it's... I think it's
Piercing?
bludgeoning damage from these zombies. Trying to smash it.
Right.
Which brings us from the undead to Loreline, who is going to conjure forth some familiar-looking rays of fire and shoot them in your guys' direction. She's going to shoot one at Gilroy with a 11.
What? Making no effort to dodge.
She's going to take 7 damage from that one. It's average. She's going to be making one shot towards Erlon. She's going to ignore the advantage and disadvantage because she's shooting into a group, but you recklessly attack, so just a normal attack. For a 13.
Nope.
You barely manage to dodge it as that beam blasts across the room and slams into some hay that's stacked up back there and ignites it. And then finally she's going to shoot one at Leander at disadvantage. A 19.
Yep.
One of them was a 20. So you're going to be taking 5 points of damage as one of those slams into you. Notably, next to the bisected troll is a kind of a basket of body parts, various collected body parts, and they seem to be wriggling about and maneuvering themselves for the construction of a new zombie.
That's
Which
horrible.
brings us to Arena. Arena's going to run forth, and she's going to first use her flail on that one that you're fighting now on. She's going to hit it, and she's going to be doing 7 points of crushing damage, which kills it. And then, is turn on dead a bonus action? I think it's an
no,
action
it's a
action,
full
right?
action.
Yeah, and then she's going to use a healing word on you, Gander, as a bonus action. She's going to be throwing you 4 HP. It's something. Which brings us from Arena to Melee.
Is that a wall or a railing that's between me and...
It's kind of a railing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the
I'm
wall
gonna
would be behind you.
I'm going to stay where I am then.
Sure, you have a slightly elevated position up there.
I'm going to try and shoot Laura.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Nailed
nice.
it.
So what do I...
You're multiplying your die.
Risk?
Yep.
Oh!
So,
16, and then plus your dexterity.
19.
19 damage.
Damn.
Seeing that, Loreline is a sorceress, it appears. You go, oh, no way we're letting that hang around. Draw your bow back, and one that sinks right into her shoulder and causes her to whip back for a moment. She hisses out at you from getting such a good hit in, which brings us to Gilroy.
She gets an extra attack.
Oh yeah, you can attack
Oh, yeah.
again if you'd like to now.
Just plunker full of arrows.
Pincushion.
I'm going to do the same thing with sharpshooter.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's...
No.
Oh,
You know,
It's okay.
when you shoot this one, definitely looked on target like it should have hit her, but a flash of arcane-looking armor appears over her, and she appears to have prepared herself with mage armor to make her more difficult to hit. Which brings us to Gilroy.
That's a good trick. I never thought it worthwhile. And I will loose some bolts of fire of myself, although they are a little bit more powerful.
Okay.
Scorching Ray. I think I'm just going to do it against her.
All against her?
I think so.
Okay.
So,
although she does have major.
14,
No.
18,
Yes.
and 23.
Okay, so 2 hit.
It's 46. Um, 20.
Damn.
Blast her.
Yeah. Coughing and sputtering as her robes burst aflame. Ah, she goes. You try fighting 4 adventurers at once. Which brings us to Erlon. Top of the round.
Yeah, so I'm feeling dumb about being cocky. So I hate undead, and I call on Walter to help me completely butcher these.
Oh, sure.
things. And I go into a rage, and I recklessly, I'm just like bringing it up and just slamming it down as hard as I can.
Okay.
So like just keeping myself open just so I can destroy these things. 'Cause
Yes.
They disgust me. And I'm also going to use my Great Weapon Mastery on top of my Reckless Attack.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a 6.
Walter, appearing behind you, goes, end their unnatural existence. And you can make another attack, right?
Yep,
Same deal?
yep, same deal.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so that
It's
is...
gonna hit, yeah.
So I add 10 to this.
Yes.
Correct?
10 plus strength plus die roll.
So that's 9 plus it's 19 damage.
19 damage.
Yeah.
You cut into this one, barely leaving its head, just hanging loose on its neck. But undead things have this unnatural constitution about them, and it still appears to be moving towards you. Which brings us to Leander. Leander, you're certainly the most surrounded.
Yep, I'm turning to the one to my right.
Okay.
And I am doing a Divine Smite.
All right.
So, calling on form. 18 to hit,
Yes.
so that'll be 4d8. Because I add... It's 1d8 for the longsword,
Yep.
2d8 for the Divine Smite, and I add 1d8 because they're undead.
Okay.
16, 22, 25. 25
he is
damage.
Dead. Your divine smite chops right down through him, cutting through his bones like butter. He falls to the ground with a sizzle.
And then I switch back over to the one that I hit before.
Okay.
What is with this? It was a 19, flipped over to a 3.
What does it come to?
10.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's funny. Loreline, now seemingly much more desperate. She does not have much health as a sorcerer. Reaches into a satchel that was hidden beneath her finery and starts pulling out potions, which she downs very quickly. So she's going to be healing for 14 points of damage. And then she tosses one in your guys' direction, right into the middle of the group, and I need you all to make dexterity saving throws as it bursts into flame.
Luckily, you're good at that.
No.
Sorry.
2.
Okay. Leander?
4. No, 3.
Haley?
7.
11.
Okay, everyone is going to be taking 3d6 damage as a flask of alchemical fire bursts around you guys in this green flame. Oh, it's going to be 16 points of damage to everyone except Arena.
What are you at, Gilroy?
11.
Jeez.
Looking pretty hurt too. Not as bad as you.
Arena 2.
Arena succeeded on her saving throw and took 8 damage instead.
Still pretty bad.
Yep. Okay, which brings us from Loreline to Arena, who, as her action, is going to attempt to cast Turn Undead. It notably fails. The unnatural negative energy around her, absorbing the light of her talisman, and halting any kind of divine presence from halting or driving back the undead in this area. And she looks around suddenly, a bit more concerned, and throws another healing word towards Erlon this time. Erlon, you're going to be healing for 5 points of damage. And that brings us to melee.
I'm trying to use sharpshooter and attack Loreline again.
Okay.
No, it does not hit.
Okay.
We can back it.
And the second one?
14.
With sharpshooter?
With sharpshooter, yeah.
Nope. Oh yeah, no, this mage armor, they are very accurate shots, but it just seems to be deflecting off of this magic she has around her. Which brings us to Gilroy. Got any potions, Gilroy? Or was it only that nasty one you found in the ruin and gave to Leander?
I actually don't have any healing potions.
I think I have some.
I have
Wait,
like,
can you take mine?
I would say this is like
Yes.
3 of them.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with the party
Yeah.
throwing each other a healing potion, yeah.
Alright, yeah. After that blast of fire, Gilroy's at the bottom of the stairs looking pretty roughed up, probably bracing himself against the back wall.
Yep.
Melee tosses him a potion. He downs it.
Small little drop of red liquid. It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. 6.
Something.
Yeah.
Feeling slightly more invigorated. That's your free action.
Yeah, and I think... would a 40-foot cube encompass a bunch of the zombies in
You might be able to
Loreline?
get.
That's what I was picturing.
A bunch of the zombies and Loreline, so that would be
8 by 8.
8 by 8.
You'd come close to Loreline.
Yeah, you could either hit
2 extra.
like all the zombies or Loreline and one zombie, the fresh one.
Alright, I'll do all the zombies.
Okay.
Um,
So that's saving throws on my part.
yes.
Do I have to make a saving throw also?
No,
No,
I can.
he would be able to aim it in such a way that it would go right past.
Yeah,
you
and I
guys.
can actually select 6 creatures. So
Oh, cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or something like that.
Sure.
All the zombies. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great for them.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
15.
Fail. Fail. Barely. Fail. Success. Really fail. Mega fail. And a fail. So only the middle one succeeded.
Okay, so I think this sort of blue glow comes around the center of the room, and the zombies begin to slow significantly, even slower than they already were.
Wow.
And their moans become even the sounds that are coming from their
Oh yeah.
faces, mouths, become deeper in pitch and longer in undulation. And they have -2 to AC and dexterity. Can't take reactions. Can't do actions or bonus, or they can do one action or a bonus action,
Okay.
and no more than one attack.
Nice. So yeah, those 5 in the center of the room, with this blue aura about them, move at a snail's pace. Zombies are already notoriously slow. Now these things are hardly moving, which brings us from Gilroy to the top of the round with Erlon.
So yeah, noticing that, I just smile, big belly laugh, ha! And then just like recklessly smash, just like a butcher.
I was mean, and the one next to you was the only one not affected by that, but you go ahead.
I'm gonna butcher this guy.
All right.
Ooh, 19 base.
Yes, you got it.
And that is 12 damage.
Yeah, super dead. Slashing, hacking back into this thing, you take its head right off, rolls to the ground, and the body slumps back onto the cold stone floor. You still have a move action if you'd like to take it.
Yeah.
And those guys can't take reactions, so no attack of opportunity against you if you just want to run right past them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to run right towards the sorceress.
Okay.
And I can move 40 feet now. As close as I can get.
8. You probably could have moved a little more efficiently than that, but that's as far as I'm going to say for now.
I mean, if... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, one attack and then, one move. Leander! These 2 in front of you and the one on the ground are still with that same unnatural undead strength, but at a horribly slow...
Do I get advantage on attacks?
No, they have -2 to
They
AC.
have -2 to AC. Wow, great. Even easier to hit. I'll swing at the one.
That you already chopped
Yeah,
into?
that I already chopped into. 12.
Yes.
Okay, cool. For 10.
10.
And then I'll try and stomp the one on the ground with a divine smite.
Bring your divine boot.
Right, exactly.
Down on its head.
I think that's probably what happens.
Hallelujahs.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop.
6, 10, 15, 19 damage.
Wow. Nearly killing it in a single swing.
Gilroy, finish these things off.
Which brings us to Loreline, who, seeing you charge at her, unveils another blast of 3 of these beams, and she's going to be making 3 attacks against Erlon. A hit. A hit. A 15?
Yes.
13. 24.
And 5.
As she blasts another full barrage of these rays of beaming fire right into your chest as you charge towards her. She definitely looks like she's nearly out of juice. Also, notably, another zombie appears to come out of the flesh pile. That just sounds dirty.
That's-
Coming
that's
out of my
okay.
mouth! The flesh pile. Which brings us to Arena, who's going to move up next to you and attempt to take out one of those, one of the ones you're working on. She's definitely going to hit. She's going to be dealing 9 points of damage, which
Nice.
no doubts, crushes that one.
Clonks him on the side of the head.
And he falls to the ground with a thud. And she's going to throw another, her last healing word, towards you, Erla. 4 full, so 7. Melee, your go.
I'm gonna try and shoot lower line again
Yep.
without sharpshooter.
Okay.
24.
Yes.
7.
7. She is like a pain cookie.
Oh!
I love how the two dudes next to you are always just watching your dice like, ooh!
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so multiply that by 2. Classic.
Okay.
So 2, 5.
Yes.
Alright, still something. Yeah, another 2 arrows sink into her, right above your head, Erlon. These things whiz past your shoulder, and she is, definitely not doing so well. Blood dripping down her robes, a vicious look in her eyes, and that brings us from Melee to Gilroy.
So there's what, 5 zombies?
Seems so.
And lower line.
I think we're up to 6 because there's 2 in the flesh pile. Isn't there, or did it move?
I think
One's
it's
done.
one.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. I will... Scorching Ray some fresh ones.
Oh, actually, oh, go ahead, but I had messed something up real quick there. Zombies will have to return.
So... The 3 with full health that are slowed.
Yes.
It's 14 and 11
Yes. The ones that are slowed, hell yeah.
and a 26.
Okay.
Alright, so first one 2 damage. Second one 6 damage. Third one 4 damage. Dang it! Guess that's what happens when you split it up, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's still a good amount of damage in your turn.
Yeah.
It's just, on different targets. Now, I'm going to do the zombie's turn. I deleted the dude that was the turn order zombie. So, they, 1 moves up on Arena. That's all he can do. He takes 1 action. 1 moves up. This one's going to move up behind you, Erlon, but he's, like, not even something to be concerned about. Your ability to outmaneuver him is so much beyond what he can handle. This one's going to wander towards you. He looks a little more ready to go. He's going to throw a swing at you. A 13, so no. And then this one makes it to about the middle of the room before he has to stop. And now, from Gilroy to Erlon.
Yeah, so I use the rest of my movement, or now I move up to the sorceress.
Okay? One of those guys can make an attack of opportunity. He misses.
And I look at her and I smile and I say, I can do fire too. And I just raise the sword over my head, look at Walter, and recklessly bring it down with the
flame damage?
Yep.
Alright.
That is 19.
19, hell yeah.
Plus 4 is 15, plus 7 fire damage is 22.
And with that one-liner, you cut her on down. The flames ripping right through her. The slash across her chest, more than enough to cause her to fall backwards and bleed out. seemingly the flesh pile stops undulating. However, the remaining zombies are still filled with enough negative energy to continue their battle. So you're gonna have to clean them up. Nicely done, though.
Can I use what remains of my move to go back and attack another one? Because you can use your movement interspersed.
Yeah, you can use your movement interspersed, but it's make 2 attacks when you take the attack action.
Gotcha.
So you
Okay.
you have to target 2 things that are adjacent or 1 thing twice.
Gotcha.
But you could move back to those guys if you want to, I believe.
I'll let them come to me.
Okay. Turn towards
That
them.
makes sense,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, especially because one of them, if he moves, can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Which brings us from Erlon to Leander.
I'm just gonna move up in between those 2 there.
Sure, there's nothing they can do about
Yep.
it.
And I'm gonna take a divine smite on the one that I haven't hit yet.
Sure, the fresh one.
I'm gonna make it.
Got hit.
I'm gonna make it level. Oh, sorry. The one I didn't see get hit. Yeah. I'm gonna make it a level 2 divine smite.
Okay.
So
Wow.
really bringing it down on this guy. 18.
You never know what to expect out of those dice.
So that's 5d8.
Paladin.
3, 9, 15, 16, 20.
Okay, that is enough. Chop him on down with impunity. Which brings us from Leander to the zombies. That one's
Oh
going
wait,
to attempt
I'm gonna take my
second
swing.
Okay.
1.
Okay. He's
that
gonna,
nat.
he's gonna attempt to chomp back
It
at
really
you
is. Makes it very weird.
with a natural 20. He is gonna be doing a full.
Do your worst.
It's hard to hit something that's underfoot.
Yeah.
He'll be doing a full 12 reduced to 9.
Jeez.
As he chomps into your leg. This one's gonna move up on you, Erlon. And this one will move, but cannot make any attack. So it's 1 attack with a 13. And then 1 attack against Arena, you're gonna miss as well. Which brings us from zombies to a dead Loreline who dies to Arena. Who's gonna try and smash that one? She hits it. She's gonna hit it for max damage. What are you doing? 11 points of damage. She seems to be handling herself just fine. Which brings us from Arena to Melee. Melee, Loreline's certainly down, but Erlon could
Yeah.
use some support.
The one that isn't slowed down by
Okay.
Erlon. 19.
Yes.
Roll 10 to get a 19.
6.
Alright.
Hit the same one.
Okay.
Again.
Sinking 2.
So 15.
Yeah.
8.
8. 2 arrows sink into the side of this thing's neck, slowing him down a bit and drawing him away from Erlon, which brings us to Gilroy.
I suppose Gilroy. I think he feels pretty confident the paladins can handle
Some undead, some zombies. Hell yeah.
couple zombies. So he will use magic missile on the one that Melee just hit.
Okay.
Let's roll it once.
Yep. What level?
First.
All right.
So that is 9 damage.
Perfect. Take him on down with these 3 small bolts of concussive force. He falls to the ground.
Yeah, and that wasn't from his dagger. That was
him.
the real deal.
Which brings us to the top of the round with Erlon. Erlon, you got this one slowed zombie there. You're definitely feeling like you could just end this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna backhand swing as hard as I can.
Great weapon
Reckless
master.
attack. Yeah.
See, the more we've leveled up, the more stuff we have to announce before we make any sort of attack. Like,
So that drops it. So that's 19.
okay, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is 16 damage.
Again, 16 health left. Nicely done. A precise use of force as you chop this thing's head right off, and another one rolls to the ground with a very, proficient backhanded swing to take him out. Which is going to bring us from Erlon to Leander. Leander, this damn thing!
Yep. Stomping it for 8 damage.
Yeah.
And then I'll run over next to Arena.
Okay.
I guess kind of just pivot.
Yeah, pretty much. It's easy enough to
Yeah.
make your way on up to her. She's wrestling with this thing, but it's a slow zombie, so
Yeah.
don't really expect too much out of it. She's gonna make an attack. The old natural 20. 13 points of damage. Which is enough to take them out.
Nice.
I roll so many 20s against myself.
Yeah.
That's alright, I got good in it.
I haven't rolled a natural 20 since, I don't know, like the third...
The third episode?
Yeah.
One of these days you'll get it.
Yeah.
And then there's Melee, who throws him like every other shot.
It's either a 3 or a 20. I don't
Yeah, no difference. It's extremes for her.
That's why she should get a 19 too.
Yeah.
True,
know.
yeah.
So the room goes quiet, the moaning finally stopping, and you guys find yourselves in this absolutely vile subterranean space. Definitely the workspace of a necromancer, and you begin to piece together that those names in the charters, those folk probably didn't end up doing too well. However, what would the Midnight Court want with an agent who's a crazy necromancer? You're not entirely certain. There's definitely questions there. But that's the way it seemed to have been. What do you guys want to do down here? Arena is cleaning her flail.
I'm gonna
Are
drink
there-
one of our health potions.
Sure.
Are there any tomes, books?
There is. There appears to be some tomes and some alchemical equipment in this table down here, the southern part of the room.
Can I investigate them?
Yes, you can. You take your time with it. You don't have to roll.
Okay.
The tomes are definitely studies of necromancy. They describe very base level works, raising rats and stuff like that, returning life, stopping dying things from quite dying, that kind of stuff. Specific spells like spare the dying and whatnot. And then towards the end of the book, it definitely begins to describe the raising of zombies, skeletons, and creating your own undead defense. It definitely depicts Laureline as a somewhat paranoid kind of person, though no doubt evil to her core, in the fact that she was more than willing to find subjects to test this stuff on. And you know for a fact that this kind of book would get you kicked out of Nelfarens.
Yeah. I think I will just take out my ever-burning torch. Does it actually give...
Heat?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah, that wouldn't really make it... Wouldn't be easy to carry around in that
Like, I
case.
think
Stick
Take it out of my
ever-burning torch in my
bag.
backpack. Yes, your backpack lights ablaze.
I think Leander probably moves over to you and takes the book from you and just tries and rips
Tries
it
to
in
rip
half.
it in half like a phone book.
Yeah.
Roll your strength.
Well, I don't see it as a phone book. A 20.
Yeah, that'll do. Just take it and just tear it right in half, destroying the text within, and the bits that have been ripped from the spine just fall in a pile.
Yeah.
Spit out.
Erlon walks over and spits on it. Then you all beat it with lead pipes. Arena turns towards you, Melee, and goes, glad we had your support there. I think you had the right idea. I could have been smashing zombies all day, but looks like Laureline was definitely the source of this. Anyone gonna check out Laureline's body?
I was gonna say, I'll probably move over to her.
Okay. Notably.
I'm gonna follow.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
you bring Melee with me.
Notably, a small couple of pamphlets of Pelor, 2 potions of healing in her satchel left, and the ring.
Right.
An opal ring.
I think Leander probably I think I'll kind of move on to other stuff, but I'll leave Melee to decide
What to do with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna take the ring.
All right.
Probably give it to Gilroy.
Okay, so yeah, you pull the ring off of her dead finger and bring it on over to Gilroy. Gilroy, who had said it was magical, you already had knowledge of that.
I don't know much
What
else
it
about
does,
it, but
yeah. Hands it on over to you, Gilroy.
Do I have to use identify?
To know what it does right now.
Yeah. All right.
You use identify.
Yes.
Tis a ring. And this is special. Of hide alignment. It will make your alignment essentially appear as whatever someone who wants to know your alignment would want it to be, which is how she infiltrated the temple. If she's a necromancer, much like your zone of truth, any cleric can cast Detect Good and Evil. How could she not be detected? It was the ring.
Gotcha.
But the ring
probably use
indeed.
that later on.
The ring indeed has a inscription underneath. It says to Aldrin and an MC for Midnight Court.
To Aldrin?
Aldrin. Which you presume was the husband.
I was gonna say, which is the husband?
Yeah.
She probably tried to bring him back from the dead. But
I will pocket that.
Okay.
Can I check out the troll?
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say that's definitely where Leander is.
So, trolls. Have you ever encountered a troll, Erlon?
I would think so, like in the
Potentially so,
forest
yeah.
and stuff. I'd probably steer away from them because they're incredibly dangerous.
Yes,
but-
definitely. You were taught. They're one of those beasts that you're taught to, as a child. That's why you don't go running around in the woods at night, because a troll will eat you. But throw me a nature check, both of you, just to see the extent of your knowledge on them.
Unnatural 20.
15.
Okay. Leander, trolls are dangerous monsters. Erlon, trolls have great regenerative properties. And putting two and two together, you figure a necromancer would have good use of this, because you could lop off an arm and it would grow right back. And then you could get another arm tomorrow, and so on and so forth, until you piece together things to practice on. And that seems to be why she had this, though it appears to be long dead.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. I was like, just prove me
No, it's
alive,
not
'cause that'd be
breathing or
pretty
anything.
brutal.
Yeah.
Just harvesting body parts off a ever kind of regenerating troll.
Yeah, well, that's what used to happen. Then she found her missionary work could indeed take care of that quite well. You also might note this large latch door in the middle of the room here. It is unlocked, and if you were to peer under, that's where a lot of the other test subjects were buried.
I say we burn this whole place down.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
exactly what Leander was probably gonna do.
And Darina gives you a nod and is like, yes, it's the only appropriate thing to do here. Anyone have anything good for starting a big fire? Not that damn torch.
Prayer book wouldn't do any good.
I've got plenty of torches.
Yeah.
Just from traveling.
Yeah. I was gonna say, throw whatever torches and tinder boxes.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is that green? Do we ever...
A cauldron?
Is that what that is? It's hard to tell from over here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tub,
Okay.
which seems to have buckets of boiling liquid. You presume it's like formaldehyde. It's
Gotcha.
preserving fluid.
Cool. Yeah. Light it up.
We're done here.
All right. You guys make just a pile of flammables, whatever you can find, pile on a
I
table.
was gonna say,
and,
throw on the tables, and she had hay and stuff that was
Yeah.
burning.
Yeah, just everything you can find that would make
Yeah,
it
could we
good.
just move over the burning hay? Do we have to, like,
Yes, no, it burned for some time,
Okay.
and then, it sizzled out. And yeah, so you guys pile everything together, and how are you going to light this? It's a torch.
Gilroy could firebolt it.
I was gonna say, well, maybe Leander, maybe you should cleanse this
Yeah, I was gonna say, me and Arena can probably say a prayer.
Sure.
for all the dead
Do you
Cleansing.
have a
people.
consecrate,
There's a lot
desecrate?
of dead people.
I don't. I think
Rena
that's
does.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she'll use that as a ritual and consecrate the area, which will rid it of that negative presence that kept the undead sustained.
Mhm.
And finally, Gilroy gives a flick of the flinger, a firebolt, and the thing ignites with some lantern oil doused about it. It bursts into flame. And, yeah, because fireball's not going to do it.
No, I know.
And you guys make your way upstairs and out of this area before long, and back to the Quran on Dune for the evening, leaving Loreline quite dead at the bottom of her basement and to be forgotten. Unless you guys would like to go to the temple.
We should probably report.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely
No, that's totally fair. So you guys make your way back onto the temple. Same scene generally as you had seen before, with the exception of Ulrich Green, who had left. He's actually in the tavern.
Right.
And you guys approach Laren Green, and Loreline, quite dead, is standing at the altar as usual, seemingly has wrapped up the evening sermon, and looks down at you and goes, what happened to Loreline?
Just covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the question is very much so knowing what happened.
Do we keep any of the remnants of the book so we could show him? Or did we just
No,
toss it?
no way.
Okay.
I was burned too.
Keep
Um,
anything.
The ring.
Yeah, the ring. But of course, I don't think Leander knows about that.
No, I'm only mainly Gilroy.
She won't be a problem from now on. We're lucky we got to her in time.
What do you mean? What vile deeds has she committed in my name?
Raising the dead, looting corpses,
What?
things of that nature.
The most heinous.
Under my nose? How could she have possibly gotten away with this? Every time I tried to sense her meanings, she seemed so pure.
She was a good liar.
Must have been.
I know not.
A liar enough to evade Pelor's gaze, even.
She appeared to be a sorceress of some sort. Perhaps that had something to do with it.
Well, I suppose I give you my thanks.
Well, I think we'll be heading out of the town soon, so perhaps we can forget about all this until we meet again.
I've much to contemplate on. Perhaps Ulrich's words ring true. Especially if such evil has evaded me in the past. I always tried to do what was best for my people, but sometimes the light of Pelor will guide us to the darkest of places.
Stay safe, Laren.
You too. Hopefully next time you make your way back to Loten, it'll be a happier occasion.
I hope so.
And you, Arena. And Arena turns back towards him. And he goes, you've done well for this town since you came here. Thank you. Arena, a singular nod. And then you guys make your way back to the Quran on Dune. And going there, you find most of the group is now seemingly in a much better mood. Olerin is sitting with Zorn and Bilberry. Jantel, still at the bar, has not slept yet, is keeping watch over the bar. Celian doing his thing. And otherwise, Ulrich Green seems to also be sitting at the bar as well. And that is the only notable change in scenery as you guys re-enter. And Bilberry and Zorn and Olerin look towards you expectantly. Like, oh good, they're back.
Well, that was horrific.
And, are you saying that just to the party, or do you walk over to someone and say
I
that?
think it was as we enter.
What? And Bilberry perks up and goes, what do you have to say? What was horrific? I think we've seen a lot of horrible stuff. Like, what could compare?
Tortured widow, corrupting the local church, and raising the dead.
Wow. That definitely sounds like something you guys would get your heads wrapped into.
It was ugly.
I can imagine so. Well, luckily enough, we'll be able to leave it all behind by tomorrow. You guys should rest up again. Get your wits about you. It's going to be a good, long boat ride down to River's End. And, well, I think I saw some men men that work with Sevelius. They were looking about the town, and Giantel leans over and gives a nod, like, yes, I saw them as well. And he goes, I don't know if we're going to be able to leave so peacefully, but when the boat gets here in the morning, I'll rouse you, and we'll try and get on quickly and quietly. It seems like that kid over there, Ulrich, he wants to join us as well. I didn't say no. Don't really know him, though.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Seems a good man.
Yeah.
I think so. He's a little hot-headed, but...
He'll get along with me just fine.
yeah, I would presume so, Erlan.
How long is this boat ride?
Oh, well, the way we take it and the size of the river skip we're taking, probably 3 days if we go through the night. And I paid good coin to make sure we went through the night. The captain is quite the guy.
Right. Well, I suppose we should take it easy.
I'm gonna go clean off the viscera that's
Yeah.
all over me.
Absolutely. So you guys take to your rooms?
Yeah.
All right. And I think with that pretty much wraps up this episode. That's what I had planned for tonight anyway. That was really good stuff. You guys did awesome there. Poor
makes
Loreline. Thanks so much for watching episode 8, guys. TJ, why don't you take it away with the wrap-up?
Sure. Thank you so much to our new followers and friends. Hope you enjoyed this episode. This is shot live at our comic and game shop in Whitehall, New York, the Freakopolis Geekery. We sell all sorts of pop culture, comic, gaming goods. Ian and I are here behind the counter 5 days a week, so swing through if you're in the area and say hello and maybe find something cool for yourself. If you want to follow us online, you can find us. Our website is freakopolis.com. We also are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Search Freakopolis. We're pretty much the only one. No, we definitely are. And yeah, with that, thank you so much.
And then joined by gaming?
Yes, we are Joined by Gaming. We promote positivity in the gaming community. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. It's just Joined by Gaming.
And once again, they're probably the only ones. They should be the first joined by gaming. So Facebook or Instagram there, and all over the place for Freakopolis. And as a final note, thank you so much to our father who puts in a great amount of production time on this and attempts to improve it week after week, as we've improved as well, I think. And I hope you've been enjoying the show as we continue forward. This arc is reaching some crazy stuff, and I cannot wait to really bust out of Sarangar and into the greater realms of Alaire. And it's coming soon. So we'll see you guys next time, and have a good night.